Okay, this is Sister Crystal here with Thinking Out Loud Show. And this is take 2. All right. So I am trying to do, this is a do-it-yourself fixing of my bathroom faucet. It was leaking. It was actually leaking from the, let me see, right from the nozzle. Let me see if I can pull back here. It was leaking from here. And so I wanted to stop it from leaking. It looks like this is the cold side. It looked like it was leaking. It was definitely leaking more from my cold side than from the hot. Now, why I'm saying leaking more is I do believe the hot side was causing a little bit of the leak, but because for some reason, and I've turned the water off, so see. So I will insert some pictures here of the tools that I used to pry the other handle off, the left side for the cold. I hope you can. Right now, I'm just gonna talk you through it, and I'm putting the pictures of the different parts. I already have the spring, and let me see if I can get a closer look for you guys. I already have the spring and the little I don't know what you call it, the little black stopper or whatever. I have a picture of that. I'm leaving that in there because it was so difficult for me to get it back in there. I had to use a set of needle nose pliers. I'm going to show you here to get that in and out of there. So I'm leaving that in there. So just trust me, I got it in there, but I actually had to use the needle nose pliers to put that in there. And it was so difficult for me to do it. Unfortunately, I can't do it again. See my first video with do-it-yourself fail. And this one, hopefully this will be more of a success because I've kind of practiced it once. So now, also in the other video I showed, and I'll show it again, this is the replacement one, but I'm actually not going to use it because I'm thinking, and if my suspicions are correct, somehow the way the plumber or whoever did it, maybe it wasn't set in there good. So I'm like, I'm going to piece together my old pieces. And if that works, I'm going to have my son take this back. This is like $17. And since we're in this stay-at-home order, every dollar counts. So if I get this together and it doesn't leak, I'm going to have my son take that back. We still have the receipt. Yes, we do. And so, okay, so we're going to try this again. Now, this is the old piece that we took off. I took it off using this flathead screwdriver, and I had to pry it up. Yeah. So you look at the bottom on here, it's kind of like a croissant looking part. Now, people be making these videos, they make this stuff look so easy. Okay, so when I put this back in here, I'm putting the croissant looking part, and I see water is filling back up in here again. So what I'm gonna do, right, I was about to say stay there. You guys can't go anywhere. Anyway, paper towels help to dab some of the water. Even though I cut the water off, for some reason, water still comes up. So if you do not have a paper towel, of course, you can use a rag, which I have that too. But I've been doing this so many times to try to record it for you guys. So gotten kind of lazy a little bit, honestly. And this, I'm going to show you, this actually comes off. So the last time when I did one of the videos, I think I forgot to put this on there. Anyway, let me check this. Okay. So, and this piece That's the same loose piece that's in here. I was wondering why they left it loose. How come they didn't just piece it together? But maybe that was just a extra piece, and rather than having them redo the whole thing, they just put an extra piece in there. So now I'm gonna sit in here. There's a groove right here. And also, full disclaimer, I am not a plumber. I am just a middle-aged woman that's trying to fix my little sink from leaking. Um, I don't want everybody in here, especially during this time with this virus going around. I'm just going to say the virus. I'm not going to say the whole name. I know if you've been paying attention to what's going on in the world, you know what I'm talking about. And the state that I'm in, I will say I am in the state of Ohio, and we are under a stay-at-home order till April 6th, 2020. And so today, as I record this is Friday, March 27th, 2020. So we are at a stay-at-home order, and I'm doing my part to try to stay out the way. And so this is part of what I'm trying to do. Worst come to worst, I can just shut the thing off. So I'm sticking it in here, in the little groove part here. Okay, just finger tight. And so now I'm going to get this ring. And this is another thing. This stuff doesn't come in this pack. So this is old stuff. So I'm actually just piecing back together my old assembly the way it was, and hopefully I can, I've set it in there right so it will not leak again. Let me push you down. Okay, push you down a little bit more. Hopefully that's okay. And I did it before and it looked like it worked, so now I'm trying to do it again so that I can show you guys on camera. People be making this stuff look so easy. Okay, so wait a minute. That is not, I think it's supposed to be all the way down. So let me undo this because I think it's supposed to go all the way down. So let me, okay, doing that. Let me make sure, okay. Oh, see, look at that. Let me see. And hopefully you guys can see. Okay, there we go. Okay, hopefully you was able to see that. Again, I put this little thing back here. Let me kind of, if I can do a close look. There's like a groove or something. See? And just trust me, hopefully you can see. Okay, and I'm gonna have to sit my camera, which is my phone. I need to sit it back down. Make sure it's all the way in there. Okay, let me try this again. Okay. Go ahead and kind of screw this back on. All right. Also, there is a black little O-ring. It was stuck on here. So, or it's sticking to it now. So I'm going to leave it there. And see, there's a kind of groove under here. So now, let me see how this fits. So it's supposed to just fit right on there. I don't have to force anything. It's supposed to just sit right on here. And the movement, okay, so it's not going backwards. Okay, so turn there and stop. But again, I'm just giving a disclaimer. If this only drips a little, like one drip, I consider that a victory for right now because of what's going on. I'm really trying to be safe. Okay, so I did see a little drip from the sink. But like I said, if it doesn't drip too much, I consider it a victory. So right now I'm going to pull my camera back. So this, I've turn the water off. So it is, you see a little drip. And then I'm gonna, okay, I'm gonna pan down here. So I guess I called myself turning it off. So these are supposed to be off. Okay, in the off position. And it doesn't go any further. So, okay. So I will be right back. So it's off. Okay, I do see a little drip from the sink part. Maybe I didn't turn it off enough. I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I think I did already. Okay, so let me go back up here. Yeah, it is a little drip. I do so with my, even with my water turned off, it is a small drip right there. So water is off. I do have it in the on position. Okay. So I will be right back to show you the ending of this. And also, remember, if you want to try this, try it at your own risk. I'm not a certified plumber. I put this rag down here in case any pieces fall. I found that to be the best thing. I left my drain up. At least the drain works, so the waters can still drain. But anything that falls there will be caught by the rag. I've seen other people use like little filter cups or something, but I find that using another rag or a towel is the best, because you can just pick up the whole thing and be done with it. You know, you don't have to dig your fingers down in it, you know. So as you can see, it is a little drip. So, you know, but believe me, what I'm fixing, it was a long drip. So if it's just like drip, just a little bit, I consider that a success. And then, you know, we'll wait until this stuff passes by, and then I'll have the real plumbers come in, because I'm not gonna fiddle with it much more. So now I'm turning it off, which it's already off. So I'll be right back. All right, so this is Sister Crystal here with Thinking Out Loud Show, and I'm back. So in conclusion, um, I'm turning it back on. Now the water pressure is lower, but I'm turning my faucet on. And then, and like I said before, if it's go from a long drip to just a tiny little drip, it was a success. So turn that side off. I'll turn this side off, and there we go. So I consider that as a success because it was a constant long stream dripping. And because I cannot get this other side off, I actually don't have the right size Allen wrench. I bought an entire set of Allen wrenches, and none of them, or hex wrenches, and none of them were the right size for that. It's a specific Allen wrench size that I need to get that one off. But I consider this a success. It's no longer a long stream. And so I did it. So I can have my son take this back to Home Depot. And full disclosure, Home Depot is not sponsoring this, nor is Delta Parts. But I can have him take this back now. Because it was about, I think, like $17, $18 for this piece. And I just put back together the old stuff. And now it's, I'm getting water through and everything. So, yay. And I'm not a certified plumber. So, again, hopefully this can help somebody out and give somebody some tips. But it shouldn't, in conclusion, it shouldn't be too hard to pry it off. If it's really difficult, like this one I couldn't take off at all and I wasn't going to force it off, I'll just leave it alone. This one just comes straight up. If I pull up on it, the whole entire handle will come off, and I'm not sure why that is. So I'm just going to leave it alone. When my son wakes up, I'll just have him take that other one back. We can, well, he can get his money back. He actually spent his money for that. So, alrighty then. This is Sister Crystal with Thinking Out Loud Show. And thanks for watching. Hopefully this will help someone. And feel free to give suggestions if you want down in the comments. So until next time. Take care and be safe. Do what you got to do. Stay out the way or whatever. So, alrighty then.